Today, in recognition of Veterans Day, we want to tell you about the meaning of the Veterans Memorials in the Aberdeen area. Our speaker is Jim Daly. He's a retired captain of the United States Marine Corps and a past commander and service officer of the local Aberdeen Post 224 of the Veterans of Foreign War. It's also known as the VFW. Hello, Jim.
I'm a Marine and a 41-year member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, having served in combat in Vietnam in 1972 and 73. All VFW members have directly supported combat action, and we honor our veterans every day for their service and sacrifice. We are proud of the memorials and monuments to our Aberdeen veterans who have served and died in our nation's wars. I moved to Aberdeen, Washington in 1964 from Northern California when I was in the 7th grade. And I graduated from Aberdeen's J.M. Weatherwax Senior High School in 1970. I joined the Marine Corps 4 weeks later and served for 22 years, during which time I went to 27 countries and 21 states. Most dictionaries define military service as relating to or belonging to the armed forces. And while that is true, the military is really a peacekeeping force that sometimes must fight or engage in combat to accomplish the objectives of the government that ensures our many freedoms. As a result, military members or veterans are sometimes killed. All people that have served in the United States military are referred to as veterans. Most towns in the country have lost veterans in combat, and they sometimes establish memorials of some type to honor the loss of those veterans in wars or combat actions such as World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and others. Aberdeen has several memorials to honor our veterans. I would like to introduce these monuments and memorials to you. In Aberdeen's Veterans Park, also known as Zelasco Park, stands a statue titled "The Spirit of the American Doughboy." It is to honor World War I veterans. On the base are chiseled the words, "The spirit of the American doughboy, who in peace represented the ideals of a nation of free men, and in the World War fearlessly faced death in defense of human rights and liberty." Cherishing the memories of those who fell, and with gratitude to the survivors of the nation's conflicts, this statue was erected by the Veterans and Patriotic Organizations of Aberdeen, Washington, July 4th, 1926. This painting portrays Doughboy's original location in a small triangular plot at Simpson and North Park Street. The statue was moved and rededicated at its current location in Zelasco Park in 1961 because its heavy base was crushing the wood culvert it stood over. Many patriotic organizations participated in the dedication. In addition to the Doughboy honoring veterans in Zelasco Park is a pack howitzer. Cannons or other artillery pieces that were to be scrapped at the conclusion of World War I were often donated by the military to be placed in parks by veterans organizations to honor veterans in the hope that these guns would never be needed again. On Memorial Day each year, Fern Hill Cemetery and the Aberdeen Cemetery Association place American flags that have been donated by families along the roads in the cemetery. Most of these flags were provided to the families of the veterans by the U.S. government to drape the coffins during veterans' burial ceremonies. In addition, there is a memorial ceremony presented at Fern Hills Veterans Memorial every Memorial Day, and with many Grays Harbor veterans and civic organizations placing wreaths to honor all the veterans who have died in combat. San Ben Park has a memorial to commemorate the 41 American veterans that were killed in World War I. That was originally placed there in 1925 by Aberdeen's James J. Sexton Post number 224 of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Then in 2014, the City of Aberdeen wanted to improve the playground near the tennis courts in the park, which required the moving of the monument. The Aberdeen VFW Post approved the move and placement with the flagpole at the corner near the playground. Unfortunately, there are no memorials to veterans of World War II in Aberdeen, and we don't know how many Aberdeen veterans served in that war. But at that time, most men between the age of 18 and 40, some even younger, enlisted to help stop the Nazis of Germany and the Japanese from taking over the world. The Korean War is a war that is often forgotten. The only memorial to Korean War veterans is a plaque in the Aberdeen VFW acknowledging the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve Unit that was activated in 1950 for Korea. They were Company B, 11th Marines, 13th Naval District. Aberdeen City Hall has a memorial to veterans from Aberdeen killed in action during and since the Vietnam War. Veterans Day is a holiday that is celebrated by veterans of foreign wars and most veterans organizations, such as the American Legion, AMVETS, Disabled American Veterans, and many other. In most communities, including Aberdeen, at 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month, which is November 11th at 11 a.m., there is a ceremony every year remembering the signing of the peace agreement for World War I. World War I was thought to be the war to end all wars. As a disabled combat veteran, because of injuries I received in Vietnam and in the Marine Corps, I respect and honor all veterans. Aberdeen shows respect and honor for our veterans through these memorials and monuments we've talked about. Those that have sacrificed their lives in combat have ensured that we here in America have the freedoms we take for granted every day. And having seen life in 26 other countries, I can tell you, this is the greatest country in the world. Thank you very much.